Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we're actually looking at some Halo Mega Bloks. I know I normally do action figures, I almost only do action figures, but we've had kind of a lull in Halo product coming out to us, and I thought Mega Bloks would be the great way to get some more stuff on the channel. I was really impressed with what I saw at the New York Toy Fair. I talked to Tim, who is the head of he's the community manager for Mega Bloks, and so I got some Halo stuff to show you guys, and this is the UNSC Night Ops GAUSS HOG number 97134. It is, or it comes with, or is made of 239 pieces. We get in this set, we get the Pathfinder, Spartan, the Warrior, and the Knight Lancer, so let's take a look at those before we get into the actual HOG. I was a Lego guy growing up, so I'm coming into this not biased in any way, and I am thoroughly impressed with the Mega Bloks brand. They're so nice. They're so much fun to build. I really had a good time putting it together. And then it looks so much more like a finished product than I was expecting it to. You know, a lot of times with these construction type things, they look like a bunch of parts put together, but this looks like a finished product. So we'll get into that in a second, but let's look at the figure. So we have the Pathfinder here with the shotgun. It can go in his back, kind of like the McFarlane figures, and then of course he can hold it just as well in his hand. I've got the gold visor on there, all of the sculpted details that match the actual design. It's not just a generic cookie cutter type thing, so that's pretty cool. For those of you guys that aren't familiar, the head is on a ball peg, so full range of motion there. Ball peg for the shoulders, elbow pivot or elbow hinge, and then the wrists can swivel. The waists have a waist twist in there at that cut joint there, and then they can also twist underneath that also. You can see the crotch kind of can swivel. And then the hips have ball hinges in them, hinged knees, and that's about it. The feet do fit over the pegs of the blocks, so it's pretty nice. There's a little bit of a wash going on, and as you can see, it's the two-tone armor, so it's pretty cool. And then we also have the Warrior in the set. As you can see, all of the sculpted details are unique to the figure, so I do appreciate that very much. And he has the railgun, again, that can fit in his back as well. And if you're curious if the green on these guys matches the green in the blind bags from Series 8, this is the operator from Series 8, and it does match. It looks like it in the camera, maybe it looks a little bit off, but it's not. In person, it looks exactly the same, so they do match, and that's pretty cool. Okay, and then we also have the Knight Lancer, which, boy, this guy's impressive. I was not expecting this amount of detail from a Mega Bloks minifig. It's really impressive. They have the paint apps on there. Sure, there could be a little bit more, but we're talking about, what, a 3-inch figure? Yeah, just about a little over 3 inches, so, I mean, they can only put so much in for a reasonable cost, so that's perfectly understandable. So let's look at what we actually have here. The head, ball hinge, moves around however you want it to on a ball peg. Not ball hinge, ball peg. Pivot for the smaller arms, ball pegs for the big arms. Good range of motion. And then you have a hinge here for the elbow. And we have this blade hook thingy, which is done really well. I love that translucent orange plastic. I'm hoping it's showing up really nicely on camera, but it's a really vibrant orange, but it's also completely translucent, so it looks really good. And then the paint apps on that gray part. It's making me really wish McFarlane would put out a new Knight, because this thing is really, really good. If McFarlane could make a big one to go with the McFarlane figures, that'd be great to have also. And then on this side, we have the same upper arm for the other side, and the suppressor, which, as you can see, actually has a handle, so once you can remove that and use it as an actual gun, and that can be pegged into the back as well. So the minifigs can use that, and if you wanted to do like an assassination type of thing, this arm can pop off as well. In fact, you have to put it together when you get it so you can have Master Chief or a Spartan assassinating the Knight that way. So it's pretty good. Like I said, I'm thoroughly impressed with these. Ball pegs for the hips, hinge for the knees, and that finishes off the main body articulation. Then of course we have the flaps in the back that open up. These are just on standard hinges. This piece as well, that all folds up, and you're probably wondering why that's all open and available like that, and that is simply because, just like in the game, you can fit the watcher in there. This set doesn't come with the watcher, but if you get it from the Series 8 blind bags, here's the watcher. I'm not going to go too much into detail for him, but if you pop him off of his little peg, he can go inside the Knight just as you would expect. You want to just fold those the wing things down, and those slide right over these pegs here. So let's see if I can do this on camera without looking like a fool. So peg those in, push them all the way down. These, I think we want to bring these forward, if I remember. I'm not sure if that's the exact right way to do it, but he can fold up and go in the back, just like he's supposed to. Maybe these stay back, I don't know. But you can do that. I think you can probably just leave them back like that. Yeah, that's good. Either way, you can put the watcher in the back of the Knight, just like in the game. So I'm really glad that they included that. That's a little bit above and beyond what I was expecting, so I do appreciate that. And then just for a quick comparison, the scale is pretty much accurate. The Spartan gets towered over by the Knight, so I do like that. Okay, let's look at the actual GAUSS HOG itself. So this is a Night Ops GAUSS HOG, and you're probably looking at it and seeing desert camo, which is something I noticed. I do like the desert camo, the way they have like the marbling in the bricks. I think that looks awesome. I'm not sure it fits the Night Ops name, and I'm pretty sure what I'm told is that this was meant to go with the Mammoth, and so it matches that. But I do wish for a Night Ops set it would have been like a dark gray type of thing. But it does have lights and sounds, and it does have this yellow kind of color scheme going, which is something I would connect to a Night Ops thing. So if the plastic was just more dark gray or darker in general, I think it'd be a home run. I like it as it is. I do wish it was darker. That's all I have to complain about for that. And then it does have the light and sound, so if you push up on the wheels, it has 5 sounds recorded that are game accurate. And there's just a sound box inside the engine area of the car. And when you press on the wheels, it activates a button. And so this lights up, and this dashboard area lights up as well. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and then of course you might have noticed as we're going through this, the wheels have independent suspension. There's no spring involved. I assume that's just because of the fact that it would cost a lot more to do that, and that you have to put it somewhere, and it becomes very difficult and tricky in terms of designing the thing, and it just increases the cost. But they do have independent suspension, so if you're going to do like a diorama or something, you could put it over some craggy terrain or something like that, and it would look really cool. They don't have any turning ability just because of how it's designed, but the wheels themselves are actually really well done. The rubber is a really nice rubber, the molds are nice, and then they spin really smoothly as well, so that's pretty cool. It would have been nice to have springs, but I can understand fully why they don't, so that's fine. We do have the tow hitch in the front, so that's a nice detail. The, what is that thing called? Whatever, the hook thing that they can tow with, they don't do that in the game actually, but it is on the model, so that's cool. And then we have the gas canisters that do actually come off, just like in the game. So that's it. I really appreciate that. I'm glad it's not just like a solid molded piece or something like that. The tailgate can fold down. Now that's not something that actually happens in the game to my knowledge, but it works for the design in terms of making the vehicle work well. And then also it's a nice little thing, you know. That's how it would be in real life probably, so that's cool. And then we have this panel here. That Mega Bloks sticker, I just put that there because it came with it and I wanted to, but that doesn't have to be there. But that actually has a hinge on there as well, so that's pretty cool. The GAUSS turret, fully posable. It spins around this way. You can see there's a hinge there for the whole thing. There's another hinge up here to tilt the whole thing, and then the cannon itself has a hinge on it. So if you can't pose this thing the way you need to, you're doing something wrong. Even the ballistics panels are posable. So really, like I said, if you can't pose this the way you need to, you're doing something wrong. The part of the cannon itself has black, and it has little clear blue pieces in there, so you have not a lot of detail. Not a lot. You have a lot of detail. Sorry guys, I'm stuttering a little bit here today. Must be the lack of sleep, I don't know. So that actually goes inside there, so you can see through it. You can see the black and blue inside, and then you have the cannon like that, and this part actually can rotate just like in the game. It's a little stiff, but it can rotate. Hopefully I don't pop anything off while I'm trying to do this. So you can see there that it can rotate just like in the game, so that's pretty cool. And then like I showed you earlier, the Spartan can fit on there. No problem at all. His chest fits into these little supports there, and his hands grab on right there, and it looks just great. Inside the dash we have a steering wheel that actually spins. Of course it doesn't connect to the wheels like I said, but it does spin, so that's nice. The Spartan fits in there just fine, can grab the wheel no problem. Put the other guy in there and it looks great. They even have the sticker for the dash. Hopefully you can see that. That's another thing I want to point out. They give you stickers to give the vehicles extra detail. We have the UNSC logo on that side, some markings there. By the entrance area we have like a door sill type thing and some markings, some bullet holes, the stripes, no step lettering. We have no step on this side in 343. Lots of details throughout. Some more panels back here. It's just really high quality stuff. I'm like I said, I'm really impressed. I really do like this. And you know, for the money, you can't beat it. You can get a Warthog with 2 Spartans and a Knight. You can easily put together a nice little display. Like I said, I can't really say how much I'm impressed by this stuff. I do like it a lot. I'm an action figure guy, but this is pretty good stuff. I'm really happy with it. I think you guys will be too, so I have to recommend it 100%. Very nice set. So there it is, guys. That's the Night Ops GAUSS HOG with lights and sound from Mega Bloks. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.